Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, December the 21st, 2021. Today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 113, Genesis 31 through 24, and then Romans 8, 18 through 30. I'm going to take a look at Romans and talk about present time because, it's Christmas week. And we're all thinking about the presents we want. But the present time I'm talking about here and that Paul's talking about is not that kind of present time. Let's just start off by saying that Paul had to go through some stuff in his life, especially at this time in his life, when he's writing to the Romans. And it's stuff that I wouldn't wish on anybody. But in the middle of all that stuff that he's going through, he focused on something greater that was coming, and that helped him get through all the stuff. Nothing he was dealing with, he says, could compare to what was coming. He says, I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory about to be revealed to us. So he knows that this glorious thing has happened, and he knows that God is working this even greater glorious thing, this fullness, this full coming of the kingdom of God, because the kingdom of God is here, but it's not quite yet. Like it's begun and it's started. That's what Jesus was telling everybody. He's like, the kingdom of God is upon you. It's dawning. It's breaking in. And Paul knew that like the kingdom of God had come, and then it was like going to be revealed in a very big way. It was really going to, be the thing. And so everything that he was going through, he just held in context with that. He, held it up against that and said, no, like none of this compares. Nothing he was dealing with could compare with the kingdom of God that God was bringing into the world. And Paul had the gift of foresight. Most of us don't. Most of us don't realize that the truth of that until after the fact. But Paul also had the benefit of having seen what his other friends, like the other apostles, the other disciples, had experienced and seen when they actually walked with Jesus. So Paul could rely on that and carry that forward into what he saw. And, I think too about like, Joseph and Mary, right? At this time of year, we're really thinking about Joseph and Mary. They're probably on the interstate right now heading towards Bethlehem. They had to put up with a lot. They had to put up with the mumblings and the mutterings that they heard in the marketplace, because here's this guy, Joseph, and the girl he was betrothed to marry ends up pregnant before they're even, married. And so there's all kinds of people whispering and, in the synagogue, even, a lot of finger pointing. And then there was the whole road to Bethlehem debacle, like I said, because the Gospels tell us they had to travel to Bethlehem, and there's that whole problem where Joseph forgot to get on Travelocity or whatever and book the rooms early, so they get there, and they've got to spend the night in a cattle stall. So I mean, I think they had an idea of what was coming, right? The song "Mary, Did You Know?" Whatever Gabriel told her, and so she had an idea of what was coming and what was going to happen. Even Joseph had been told in a dream, like, hey, don't run off on this girl. Don't run out on her, because this is God doing something and you're going to be a part of it. So they had an idea that something great and glorious was coming. But in the middle of that stuff, I mean, they really had to stick it out in faith on just what they had been told. In the end, I think that, like Paul, I bet they could probably say that all that stuff that they went through was nothing compared to the glory of that night and the glory that shone round about them. So anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out, enjoy the day, and we'll be back tomorrow. Talk to you later. Boop.